Good morning, classmates. We are all college students here today, and we are on this fantastic quest for knowledge. Part of that is learning critical thinking. And critical thinking will help us to understand the world around us. Part of what I have learned so far in college, I learned in anthropology class last semester. Did you know that according to M.A. Parks, the author of the book Introduction to Anthropology, that 93 to 95% of all Homo sapiens are genetically identical? That blew my mind. Also, I learned that many of our religious faiths are similarly intertwined. For example, the Jewish, the Muslim, and the Christian faiths all began with 5 books. That's what I'd like to talk to you about today. The common thread that binds together the Jewish, the Muslim, and the Christian faiths. Now, most of us have heard about the 10 Commandments, or perhaps you even saw the movie. Supposedly, Moses brought down these 2 tablets from off of Mount Sinai and gave the 10 Commandments that were written on them to the children of Israel. The children of Israel became the Jewish people. And that's what I'd like to talk about first. The Jewish beliefs in the 5 books. Now, according to Jewish beliefs, Moses wrote the first 5 books of the Bible, which were dictated to him by God himself. You could say that Moses was God's personal assistant. And therefore, the first 5 books of the Bible were called the 5 books of Moses, the laws of Moses, or the Torah. Now, these first 5 books were so sacred to the Jewish people, they placed them and the original tablets of the 10 Commandments into the Ark of Covenant. And now that I have talked to you about the Jewish belief in the 5 books of Moses, I'd like to talk to you about the Muslims' belief in the 5 books of Moses. According to J.P. McKay, the author of the book A History of World Societies, the 17th surah meaning chapter, of the Quran gives very special accords to the children of Israel because they are the people of the first 5 books of the Bible, or the books of Moses. Now, the Muslim people believe that God himself wrote the Quran, and they gave it to the archangel Gabriel, who brought it to Muhammad to memorize and teach to the Muslim people. Now that I've talked to you about the Muslim belief in the first 5 books of the Bible, I would like to talk to you about the Christians' belief in the 5 books of Moses. Christians believe a prophet named Jesus Christ was crucified for teaching a new understanding of the laws of Moses, or the first 5 books of the Bible. Before he was crucified, he taught his followers to go out and teach the Gentiles. The Gentiles became Christians. And the Christians built on the books of Moses and wrote the New Testament. Now that I've talked to you about the Christian belief in the 5 books of Moses, I'd like to review what we've talked about here today. I've talked about the common thread that binds the Jewish, the Muslim, and Christian faiths. I've talked to you about the Jewish beliefs, the Muslim beliefs, and the Christian beliefs, and how they are intertwined together through the 5 books of Moses. Knowing this, and knowing that 93 to 95% of all Homo sapiens have the same genetics, we have to ask ourselves as college students, with critical thinking, how can we promote tolerance, acceptance, and understanding in the world we live in today? Thank you very much.